Is it the power in his hands? Is it his quest for glory? Give it all you got to fight to the top, so we can know your story. Now you're a man, man. Now you're a man, man. You are now a man, you're a man. Now you're a man. Live it.
Hello, it's Alex, and I'm back with another role-playing game. Now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I should go to bed because I have class. I have to get up tomorrow at like 6:30 to go to the train station and go to class and stuff. But I figured I'm up. There's nothing stopping this. So, and plus this game is good to review at night. It's Vampire the Requiem. It's a World of Darkness game for the new World of Darkness. I didn't explain this in my last World of Darkness review, but there is an old World of Darkness and a new World of Darkness. I know very little about the old World of Darkness, besides Vampire the Masquerade, which was the first World of Darkness game. Vampire the Requiem is basically the update of Vampire the Masquerade. A lot of what was in Vampire the Masquerade makes a transition here to the new updated version, but I've never played Masquerade. I've played the video game Bloodlines, which is it's a pretty good game. I like it. But from what I hear, there are some stark differences between Requiem and Masquerade. And from what I hear of Masquerade, a lot is similar. A lot of the clans are similar, although this one has chopped the number of clans down considerably. I think there were 9 or so in the last one. This one has 5 clans. A lot of people have problems with that. I don't really care. A lot of the clans are represented in this book anyway. In fact, all of them from Masquerade make a transition as bloodlines, at least, if they're not out-and-out clans. And Requiem and a lot of the World of Darkness games have this kind of emo-ish feel to them, but I don't think any of them have it as much as Vampire the Requiem. Mainly because of the people who play the game and the people who LARP as like vampires and stuff, which is something I don't engage in for personal reasons. But as a role-playing game, I think Requiem kind of transcends that whole like emo niche, if you want to call it that, because a lot of each World of Darkness game has a kind of theme to it, which is something I like about them. They each have their own unique feel and theme, and Vampire's feel and theme is kind of one that evokes this kind of self-loathing or pitying to a certain degree. Vampires by definition are cursed beings. They are cursed to sustenance off of humans They're cursed to live forever, that kind of thing. And that lends itself to these kind of, self-loathing, self-pitying, kind of annoying characters, which can be a that's an option. You can role play your character that way. However, you don't have to role play your character that way. You can be power hungry. You can be altruistic. You can be hopeful about your condition. You can attempt to transcend your vampiric state and fully transmutate, I guess, into a mortal again. It does give you a lot of room and flexibility for the focus of your campaign, which I like. And um, unlike the World of Darkness, the core book, being a vampire does come with a lot of benefits. Obviously, you're more durable than the average human. You can acquire these blood disciplines that almost work as kind of like special powers, basically. They're individual to each clan. Um, the Ventru are the aristocratic clan, kinda. They have an innate ability that they can dominate people by looking into their eyes and just telling them what to do, and the subject is compelled to listen to them, to their orders. The Nosferatu are fiendish, ghoulish vampires who have this discipline called Nightmare, where like you can strike immobilizing fear into people's hearts. The Gangrel have this like transmutative power where they can turn their hands into claws or fully transmutate to an animal or mist. Um, the Mekket have Allspecs, I believe. They can be telepathic, and the Deva have majesty, which makes people drawn to them. It's a preying tactic. It's a hunting tactic that they use. That they draw people to them, as opposed to having to hunt or use innate charisma or likability to try and ensnare someone. They can use this ability to just have that person by the balls. The setting of the World of Darkness, like I said before, is a dark one, to say the least. But I think that there's a lot of potential and a lot of interesting concepts in this book that you can take to make a campaign out of them. The most straightforward one is, you're working for the local covenant, the vampire covenant, doing stuff like that. Um, being a servant to your master, trying to accrue as much power as you can, maybe someday become the head honcho, as it were. But they're all, like I said before, the idea that you could become human once more, I think, is an interesting concept. Now, I would like to play a game where that was my main goal. But I've ran a couple. Well, I've ran a vampire game, and in my experience, it's extremely fun. The options that you can play as, the ways you can take the story, I really think that really, all of these games depend on the storyteller's ability to weave a narrative and role play as different characters, create interesting characters. And Vampire is one of the best games to do that with, I think. Or just World of Darkness in a broader sense. Pretty much, World of Darkness gives you a lot of opportunity to do that. And this game is a good one if you're if you like vampires, if you're into that kind of thing, if you like Dracula or God forbid Twilight, you might be in to Vampire the Requiem, and I would recommend it.
Oh yeah, it's like Seminary, baby. Back up in that motherfucking ass. One time for your motherfucking mind. We represent the 313. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they don't know shit about this. For the 9-6. Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing. A zaniac, the maniac in action. A brainiac, in fact, son. You mainly lack attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run. My rhyming skills got you climbing hills. I travel through your mind into your spine like siren drills. I'm sliming grills of roaches with spray to disinfectants, whizzing X of rappers to this spinal column disconnects. With this index, inject the monologue. Turn your system up, twist them up and indulge in the marijuana smoke. This is the season for noise pollution, contamination, examination of more cartoons than animation. My lamination of narration hits a snare and bass in a track for duck rapper interrogation. When I declare invasion, there ain't no time to be staring gazing. I turn the stage into a barren wasteland. I'm infinite. You heard of hell, well I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments.